Welcome to podcast recorded live at the Center for Spiritual Living in Portland, Oregon. We have many resources available for our online audience on our website at csoportland.org. Our mission is to open hearts, ignite minds, and make a difference. If you'd like to support our center and its video podcast, you can donate online at csoportland.org. Allow us to become part of your extended spiritual community. Wherever you are on your spiritual journey, you are most welcome at the Center for Spiritual Living. For more information, visit csoportland.org.
It's a nice plan.
Yes. The Friends Band, Ken and Jim and Donnie, thank you. Yes. Best band ever. Good morning, everyone. It's a beautiful day. So I invite you to stand as you are comfortable and able for our opening song, Thank You for This Day. Thank you for this day, Spirit, thank you for this day. Thank you for this day, Spirit, thank you for this day. This healing, this healing, this healing day. This healing, this healing, this healing day. Let's do that again. Thank you for this day, Spirit, thank you for this day. Thank you for this day, Spirit, thank you for this day. This healing, this healing, this healing, this healing day. This healing, this healing, this healing day. Thank you for this day, Spirit, thank you for this day. Thank you for this day, Spirit, thank you for this day. This beautiful, beautiful, this beautiful, this beautiful day. This beautiful, this beautiful, this beautiful day. Thank you for this day, Spirit, thank you for this day. Thank you for this day, Spirit, thank you for this day. This beautiful, beautiful, this beautiful, this beautiful day. This beautiful, this beautiful, this beautiful day. Thank you for my friends. Thank you for my friends, Spirit. Thank you for my friends. Thank you for my friends, Spirit. Thank you for my friends, my wonderful friends. My wonderful, my wonderful friends. My wonderful, my wonderful, my wonderful friends. Thank you for my friends, Spirit. Thank you for my friends. Thank you for my friends, Spirit. Thank you for my friends. My wonderful, my wonderful, my wonderful friends. My wonderful, my wonderful, my wonderful friends. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. This beautiful, beautiful, this beautiful, this beautiful day. This beautiful, this beautiful, this beautiful day. This beautiful, this beautiful, this beautiful, this beautiful day. This beautiful, this beautiful, this beautiful day.
Well, good morning, Portland.
Good morning.
Some of us are just back from a retreat with Centers for Spiritual Living in Banff, Alberta. And you know, we must love you an awful lot because it's really gorgeous there, and we chose to come back anyways. So it was a lovely time. We got to connect with quite a few of us from this community. We had 7 people from this community there. And we heard that Portland Center for Spiritual Living had the largest group there outside of Canada. Yeah. Yeah, Banff is gorgeous. And I say this as a 25-year Colorado mountain girl. The mountains of Banff, Alberta are spectacular. Bev Simpson, a former board president, she and I took what I think is the world's longest gondola. We went up and up and up and up, and we get off the gondola, and I'm looking around thinking, oh, yeah, it's pretty, you know. It's a ski area, so I'm like, yeah, it kind of looks like every other ski area I've ever seen in Colorado. And then this young man said, oh, no, you're not done. Now you walk over there and take that chairlift even higher. So when we got off that chairlift, I tell you, that was an awe experience. I had to tear myself away because the last chairlift was going to be going down soon, and it's a very long walk down. So, but it was absolutely spectacular. So if you need a God experience, go to the top of a mountain somewhere. Anyways, and it was lovely spending time with so many of our people and getting to know each other. And can I tell a little secret, Francis? And where's Reverend Marilyn? Is she here? Don't tell her that I said that I learned that Reverend Marilyn and Francis are the partiers amongst us. Anyways, welcome to Portland Center for Spiritual Living. We are a community that welcomes all people. And we are a spiritual center that is about just that, spirituality over dogma. We are about teaching spiritual principles and practices that uplift our lives and the lives of those around us. And our vision, of course, is a world that works for everyone. In fact, that is not only our vision here, it is the vision of the larger organization we belong to, Centers for Spiritual Living, which is a worldwide organization with more than 400 communities, in case you didn't know that. So we are part of something bigger. So thank you for being here. We have a beautiful service for you today, and it's going to start with one of our licensed practitioners, Sean Larkin, sharing some announcements and then leading us into a time of prayer and silence. Thank you, Sean.
Thank you, Rev B. As our Reverend introduced me, my name is Sean A.B. Larkin. I serve as one of the licensed practitioners here at the center. It is my honor to be with each and every one of you here today in person, on our community, and through our recordings. Special welcome to those of you who may be with us for the first time in our spiritual community or our virtual community. We have welcome packets on the table in the back of the sanctuary. Normally I'd have one up here. We've had so many new people, there's only one left, so I wanted to leave it out there. So we are definitely thriving and blossoming. For those of you in our virtual community, this same newcomers packet is available as a downloadable PDF on our website, cslportland.org. Both of these things contain information about who we as a community are, the spiritual principles and integrities we stand for, and how we might serve you in your personal spiritual journey. On this website, you can also sign up for informational emails every week to know what's going on in our community. You can register for our licensed classes, as well as receive a free gift on your birthday, a complimentary practitioner session. In 1 hour, a practitioner will work with you to raise consciousness and know the truth for you in your life, and that doesn't have an expiration date. So if you haven't used it, please do reach out to one of the practitioners, and we would love to support you spiritually in an individual setting. A quick reminder, we do believe in the interconnectedness of all things, but right now, I would like you to silence your cell phones or any electronic devices that may beep or vibrate during the service. Thank you. All right, I have a lot of announcements. We have a lot of things going on at the center, so I'm going to move at a quick pace. You can just receive it. Wednesday night meditation this week is being facilitated by our head minister, Reverend Bridget McCann, and is titled Vipassana Meditation. Wednesday, 7 p.m. on Zoom, link on the website. We have Celebrate Spirit as Women, the Women's Fall Retreat, October 17th to 19th at Camp Cedar Ridge. Music with LaRonda Steele, and an art experiential featuring Sylvia Miller, amongst other sacred programming. Again, more information on the website. It's not too late to sign up. Next Gen Retreat is Labor Day weekend. This is a CSL organization for 18 to 35-year-olds and will be at Camp Blackthorn in Northern California. There's a link on our website to donate towards getting our young adult community there, as well as to learn more about this exciting movement within our community. And if you hadn't heard, the Portland community is actually the first center to host a Next Gen pod. So, yes, it was very important. The teens are hosting a potluck fundraiser September 14th. There's a sign-up sheet in the back of the sanctuary about what you would like to bring as a love offering to the potluck, and then at the potluck they'll be receiving a financial love offerings, all of this which will go into the teen camp fund, most intently looking at the upcoming winter camp. I know, didn't they just get out of camp? Hey, there's always time for camp. New member class, I'm very excited about this. September 21st, that'll be a Sunday from 12:30 to 3 p.m. This will be facilitated by Reverend Bridget McCann, our board president Kathy Ballard, and myself. This is a great chance if you've been curious about membership and want to know what that means. You'll learn the basics of what we believe, where we fit in, and how we serve. The class is free, and there's no obligation. You can go with curiosity, and you can take the form, and we don't hold you at the door until you sign it yes or no. This is our way of letting you know what it means to become a member of this community, because we would love to have you here. It's super chill, too. Fall Equinox Sacred Sound Service is coming up. Yes, we are moving out of summer and into fall. Lead practitioners Catherine Richer, First Lady of Blues LaRonda Steele, and yours truly are hosting. The Fall Equinox is an auspicious day of balance between light and dark, revered across the ancient world, spiritual traditions, and indigenous cultures. This service will include sacred sounds, handpans, singing mantras, prayer, meditation, and a ritual to serve your spiritual development, deep practice, and mystical harmony. I hope you can make it. Information on the website. I'm going to give a couple shout outs. Right now we have licensed practitioners Sandy Liebold and Kay Cushing serving on High Watch. That means that they're holding this entire community in a space of unconditional love and unity of consciousness, knowing that we're all one, and that's both a person in the sanctuary right now and someone actually on the virtual space. So thank you for that. Today, our special music features our music director, Lauri Jones. Give it up. Our wonderful Friends Band. Give it up. And our celestial community singers. Our message today, this thing called God. God, what's in the name? Is by our head minister, Reverend Bridget McCann. Please give it up. We're so lucky to have you stewarding this ship. And last but not least, my favorite announcement. Look at these beautiful flowers here. These are courtesy of our friend Kat Jacobs. Beauty is a spiritual principle. Marcia, oh, I'm sorry, Marcia brought them today. I forgot to check that. Give it up for Marcia. And thank you for the correction. As a practitioner, I'm committed to being congruent with truth, even flower truth. All right, friends, that was a lot of announcements. Let's sit back and relax, take a breath, because I know that somewhere between this beautiful spiritual community, the music, the meditation, and the message is exactly what your heart came to receive.
So breathing into this moment, this present moment, this sacred space, loving community, feeling the embrace of spirit, It is not I, but the Spirit within. I invite you to sing as you are so called to. It is not I, but the Spirit within, who does these things I see before me. It is not I, but the Spirit within. Oh, glory to God. Oh, glory to God. It is not I, but the Spirit within, who does these things I see before me. It is not I, but the Spirit within. Oh, glory to God. Oh, glory to God. It is not I, but the Spirit within, who does these things I see before me. It is not I, but the Spirit within. Oh, glory to God. Oh, glory to God.
It is not I, but us, all of us together as one, that infinite consciousness, that unitive place of love and light and harmony, manifesting down each and through each one of us as unique expressions. And as we know that we are the creator in creation, co-creating, we can unite with it. And in that unity, we are free to love, to laugh, to learn, and to be in awe of the mystery of creation. And I see this unity, this love, this truth, this pure awareness through each one of us, and I know that it is good because it is the essence of God. And I release this prayer into the action of the law of mind, which works by principle through the intonation of our word. And together we say, and so it is. Now I invite you to relax, releasing all the thought of the day as we enter into our sacred meditation and rest in that place within you where you are one with it all.
I call you maker. You give a life an eternal spark. I call you healer. You can mend any broken heart. I call you faithful leader. You finish everything you start. My soul was made to respond. I know you by 1,000 names, and you deserve every single one. You've given me 1,000,000 ways to be amazed at what you've done, and I am lost in wonder at all you do. I know you by 1,000 names, and I sing them back to you, yeah. Sing them back to you. Your love is boundless, beyond what I could dream. Your grace is patient. No, you're never giving up on me. I call you bondage breaker, 'cause you handed out the prison keys. My soul was made to be free. I know you by 1,000 names, and you deserve every single one. You've given me 1,000,000 ways to be amazed at what you've done, and I am lost in wonder at all you do. Oh, I know you by 1,000 names, and I sing them back to you. Oh, back to you, God, yeah. I know you by 1,000 names, and you deserve every single one. I'm giving me 1,000,000 ways to be amazed at what you've done, and I am lost in wonder at all you do. I know you by 1,000 names, and I sing them back to you. Oh, back to you. Oh, yeah, yeah. Oh, hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. You are full of mercy, rich in love. You're all there is, the one true God. Hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah.
Thank you, Lauri. Thank you so much. And thank you to the band, Ken, Jim, and Don. Yeah. And thank you, Sean, for that beautiful prayer. What comes up for you when I say that word, God? Is there a feeling in your body? What thoughts come to mind? Perhaps some memories, perhaps some painful memories, right? Perhaps some old beliefs that you've learned to set aside, but when you hear that word God, they come back. For some people, that word is even a trigger because it is associated with some painful experiences from the past, which is why many of us prefer names like spirit, love, universe, because using a different name for that thing that some call God helps us have a different relationship with it. The thing itself has not changed, but by using a different name, we come into a different type of relationship with it. So all of this is why today we start a 3-part series entitled This Thing Called God. During this series, we will come to feel and experience God. At least that is my hope. That will be the focus in week 3, 2 weeks from now. We will come to hopefully build our faith around it, which is the focus next week. But today we start with trying to just really come to know it better, to have a better understanding of what it is, this thing called God. And by understanding it better, come into a closer relationship with it. And perhaps even begin to heal that relationship. For those who perhaps that word God or even some old concept of God is actually a painful experience. Because as will be demonstrated, I hope, through the rest of this talk today, there is nothing that should be painful about our experience with the divine. So we start today with the idea, God, what's in a name? Shakespeare's Juliet struggles with the idea that a person's name has meaning. She is a Capulet, her young love, Romeo, is a Montague. There having been a very long feud between these families, their relationship is forbidden by the parents. So Juliet, and perhaps the most famous scene, remember I'm a minister, not a stage actor. So, okay. And the most famous scene says, O Romeo, Romeo, wherefore art thou, Romeo? Deny thy father and refuse thy name. 'Tis but thy name that is my enemy. Thou art thyself, though not a Montague. What's Montague? It is not hand, nor foot, nor arm, nor face, nor any other part belonging to a man. Oh, please be some other name. What's in a name? That which we call a rose by any other name would smell just as sweet. Juliet is trying to convince us that a name is meaningless, that the word or the name Montague means nothing, that her young love, Romeo, would still be the beautiful, fine young man that she loves, even if he had a different name. But I ask, are names really that meaningless? Do they really mean nothing? Do they really say nothing about us? Our names are given to us by our parents. And if you are a parent, or actually probably all of us know, most parents put a lot of thought into what that name's going to be, because they put in that name their hopes and dreams and aspirations for us. Those names can say something about our culture, our ethnic identity, our ethnicity, and for some, it even gives us a clue as to their religious affiliation. Our names come, for better or worse, with some family history. We learn what that history is. We learn the stories you named after your great-grandmother. And this, let me tell you about that great-grandmother. So are our names really meaningless? Isn't at least part of what makes Romeo Romeo attached or identified with that name? Name is very often the first thing we know about another person. That name becomes our unique identifier. My name is that word that means me and everything that I am. It is like a shorthand meant to distinguish me from every other person, which is why we become so attached to them, why we even become proud of our names. Dale Carnegie said, a person's name is to that person the sweetest and most important sound in any language. So forgive me, Shakespeare, but names are important and they have meaning. When it comes to this thing called God, it is actually more than any one name we can give it. It is so big that it needs many names. In fact, I even ask, is the word God, Allah, Dios, Brahman, is it even really a name? Or is it a concept? Or an umbrella term that's meant to encapsulate or encompass everything about this huge thing that we can't wrap our minds around? And to go back even a step further, does God need a name? I mean, if God is everything, as we teach around here, if you are everything that ever has been, is now, or ever will be, do you need a name to distinguish you from everything else? There's not an everything else. So maybe God doesn't need to have a name, but we need it to have a name. We need it to have many names so we can talk about it, discuss it, learn about it, come to understand what it is so we can be in relationship with it, which is probably why we hear, as the song stated, and Lauri's so beautifully saying for us, God has no name but goes by 1,000 names. Probably at least 1,000 names. The Prophet Muhammad said, Allah has 99 names, 100 less one, and he who memorizes them all by heart will enter paradise. In an online article entitled, You Can't Love What You Don't Know, Why Learning the 99 Names of Allah is Essential for Every Muslim, the author, whose name I could not find, wrote, the 99 names of Allah serve as a mosaic of his infinite attributes, each one reflecting a unique quality of the Creator that resonates with the human experience. These names are not just titles, they are descriptors of Allah's actions in the world and his relationship with creation. In the Quran, Allah introduces himself through these names, laying a foundation for love and understanding. You know, some of the Kabbalists encourage us and teach a form of meditation that is all about focusing on the name or the names of God, because they believe that by doing this, we receive insight into exactly what this great thing is. So today, I want to share with you many of the names for God from across the many faith traditions, or I should say some of the many faith traditions around the world. And I invite you into that space, as the Kabbalists do, into the kind of semi-meditative state as you listen to these names. Listen with your heart, open to receive what these names mean, what resonates with you, and what we can understand by just knowing the many names for this thing called God. I'm going to start with our own faith, the science of mind. And in the book, Science of Mind, written by our founder, Ernest Holmes, the first 3 words of the book, the title of the chapter 1, the thing itself. A rather vague, nondescript name. I believe Ernest chose that name because any other name would be limiting, would not reflect the all that it is. So now, some of the names that we use for that thing called God. Creative intelligence. First cause. Great love of the universe, eternal spirit, universal mind, cosmic stuff, the oversoul, universe, the great I am, the unborn one, the uncreated, the absolute, the self-knowing one, the only. And from Judaism, the holiest of all names for this thing called God, Yahweh. I am that I am. Considered the holiest name for God because it is his self-given name. When Moses was on Mount Sinai, he asked God, when the people ask me, who sent me, what should I say? And God said, I am that I am. Other names for God from the faith Judaism. God as omnipotent, God Almighty, my Lord, the God who sees me, God of knowledge, the gracious God, the God of compassion, the maker of peace, the place, meaning omnipresent, our Father, our healer, the creator, the word, or the law. Truth, that which was, is, and will be. He who spoke and the world came into being. And from Kabbalah, Shekinah, meaning God's presence among the people. More specifically, God's female presence among the people. And Sof, endless, infinite, nothingness, as in no thingness, and simply I am becoming. And from Islam, I will not share the 99 names. But when you look up the 99 names our Muslim friends have for God, you will notice that the name is always followed by what that name means for them. So I will do that for some of these so that we can learn from how they perceive this thing called God. Every chapter of the Quran starts by invoking the all-compassionate one, he who wills goodness and mercy for all his creatures, the source of peace, the one who is free from every imperfection. It is because he is free of any defect that the one who is with him experiences tranquility. The creator, the one who brings everything from non-existence to existence. The shaper of beauty, the one who forms his creatures in different pictures. The giver of awe, the knower of awe. The subtle one, meaning the one who is most gentle and gracious to people and cares for them, although they may be oblivious to his acts. The subtle one. the responder to prayer, the loving one, the truth, the ever-living one, the self-existing one. The first, meaning the one whose existence is without a beginning. The last, meaning the one whose existence is without an end. The manifest one. The hidden one, meaning the one who is the secret inner companion. Our protecting friend. The light, meaning the one who guides us. And the everlasting. And next, Hinduism. Now it gets a little complicated when you look to Hinduism. As anyone who has studied or had any introduction to Hinduism knows that they are known for having quite a multitude of gods and goddesses. It's either 33,000 or 33 million, but the idea is it's a lot because they see God and goddesses in everything. The names I share with you are all in reference to that overarching Godhead, the supreme being, Brahman. Brahma, the creator God, the unmanifest, the self-existent, the ultimate reality, the one consciousness, and a name that best translates as that, meaning Brahman, that is the same as I, and another name that is best translated as I am the Brahman. Light of the universe, delight of the universe, the super soul, meaning the complete expansion of the Lord in the heart of every living being. He who has unlimited strength, he who is unending, he whose power is immeasurable, he who possesses all opulences. Isn't that a great word? He who possesses all opulences, meaning it is the reservoir of all beauty, strength, fame, wealth, knowledge, and renunciation. The source of all manifestation, the maintainer of all living entities, our dear friend, and he whose form is the universe. From Sikhism, Rahiguru, meaning wonderful teacher or enlightener. Timeless being, truth is his name, the one creator, the formless, the unperceivable, great king, and joyful Lord. And from Native American spiritual traditions, the most common name for God, the Great Spirit. From the Lakota people, Wankantanka, which means the Great Mystery. For those tribes such as Ojibwa and Cree who speak Algonquin languages, Manitou, which is the spiritual force or essence that permeates everything. And from the Iroquois people, Orenda, also the spiritual power or force that resides within all things. Just a sampling of the more than 1,000 names that human beings have saw fit to attach, to give this thing called God. There are many, many more. No doubt you notice some similarities, some commonalities, and of course that is true because God is God and truth is truth for all peoples everywhere and throughout time. Some of those commonalities, this thing called God is the great supreme reality. It is that thing that is so big, so magnificent, we cannot even fully comprehend it, which is why we just keep giving it more and more names. But it is that great thing itself. It is the creator. It is that thing that somehow, through a great mystery, brought forth all of creation from something that was nothing, that somehow made the manifest world out of unmanifest cosmic stuff. Quantum physicists would call this the field of infinite potentiality. It's not a thing yet, but it can be and it will be. All these faith traditions also have in common the idea that God is immanent. It is in its creation. It is not separate. How that idea ever came to be, I don't know, because when you look at the mystical aspect of every faith tradition, it says God is in its creation. It is the Manitou. It is what is in us. And God is transcendent. It is more than its creation, which is part of why we call it this great, supreme, ultimate reality. It is more than its creation. And God is intelligent. It has a mind. It is mind. It is the universal mind. It creates on purpose, for a purpose. It sees all, knows all, and is the intelligent creator. A creator so intelligent, as our Muslim friend said, is the shaper of beauty because it creates this incredible diversity that we see everywhere. Another commonality, God is loving and compassionate. It is joyful. It wants to give to us. It wants us to have joyful lives. In fact, in the Hindu tradition, they talk about Brahman as a child. I'm not sure how Brahman was ever a child. I think it's a metaphor, but they talk about Brahman dancing as a child. And by its motion of dancing, it springs this unformed stuff into creation. So the very creative force of the universe is filled with joy. It's dancing into creation. And it loves us. It sees us. It hears us. It answers our prayers. And it is our dear friend. It protects us. It heals us. It shows us the way. It is the light that shines our path. So I ask you, what about this are we supposed to be afraid of? Nothing. There is nothing about God that we need to be afraid of. So if you've had experiences that taught you should be afraid of God or that caused you pain, I hope you heard one or two or a few names that resonate with you, that you can take into your own heart space, into your own spiritual practice. Names that for you, you can base your understanding of this thing called God. Because as it turns out, there's quite a lot in a name. And there's quite a lot to know and love about this thing called God. As our prayer today, I want to share a letter that was on my desk this morning. A prayer, it's a letter of gratitude, but I'm going to call it a prayer of gratitude to this community. A person who has come to know much of what we're talking about today, that God loves them. Okay, parts of the letter. I am currently serving time in an Arizona prison. I was first introduced to Portland Center for Spiritual Living through the podcast in 2020, when Pastor Larry was still overseeing the center, and introduced me to the writings of Ernest Holmes, and my life was forever changed. For the first time in my life, I heard someone like me speaking love and welcoming me to draw closer to God. At times, I think all of us need a gentle reminder that Spirit finds joy through our simple moments of joy. I have a small Post-it note on my TV that simply says, "Live, love, louder." I have also shared your sermons, Be a Nonconformist, and Pride as a spiritual practice with multiple people. We have a small circle of 2 LGBTQIA individuals in here who desperately seek a deeper spiritual connection to God. Most of us have been told we do not belong or are unwanted and unaccepted. We gather together and share not only our praises and joys, but also our pains and trauma. People hundreds of miles away in a prison out in the middle of the desert are being changed and having their lives impacted in such positive ways by the amazing work you continue to do. Thank you so much for giving us a space to belong. Blessings and namaste, AJ. That's what you do. Yeah. That's what we do for people we may never meet. Thank you, AJ. I hope you're listening. And now is a time for our sacred giving, a time when we get to give our hearts donations to this amazing work that we do, so we can do that. I am forever, I get a lot of letters like this from people who are incarcerated. And I am forever grateful for Reverend Larry, because I'm pretty sure it was Larry who first got this center's podcast on whatever service that is made available to those who are incarcerated. So thank you, Reverend Larry, and thank you to all of our community ancestors who made that possible. Our ushers will come forward in a moment to collect your gifts. I also invite those joining in our virtual space to give through our website, cslportland.org, and of course you can give and make a donation there at any time. Now, let us accept and bless our offering together as call and response. I bless these sacred gifts, given graciously with love. These gifts bless, heal, and prosper all that they touch. In giving, I'm grateful to be richly, lavishly, and abundantly blessed. And so it is. All right. I welcome our musicians back.
Thank you, Rev Bridget. A beautiful, beautiful talk, and reading that letter. It was very powerful. Thank you. So a song. This is by a dear friend of mine, Laura Berman, Craig Benelli. One Love. Yeah, yeah, yeah. If you peel off all my layers beneath the false portrayal, what would you find? If you strip away my ego and dig beneath my soul, what would you find? 'Cause the same God that lives in you lives in me. And though we may sometimes think differently, we are perfectly in one love, one mind that you can't ignore, one thought that binds us right down to the core, our divinity lasting through eternity in one love, one love. If you look beneath your skin to see who lies within, what would you find? In microscopic cells, deep within your well, what would you find? What would you find? 'Cause the energy connecting your every nerve is the energy obeying your every word. Oh, all are served by one love, one mind that you can't ignore, one thought binds us right down to the core, our divinity lasting through eternity in one love, one love. So tear down all the walls, let your spirit take a fall in one love, yeah. One love, one mind that you can't ignore, one thought that binds us right down to the core, our divinity lasting through eternity in one love, one mind that you can't ignore, one thought binding us right down to the core, our divinity lasting through eternity in one love, one love, one love. Oh, one love lasting through eternity. One love is your divinity. One love. Oh, one love. Here we go. One love.
Lauri, you get to stay right here. Because I have an announcement. Lauri has let the board and I know that she will be resigning her position as music director at the end of September. Yeah. We will have something in September to shower you with love, but for now, we just want you to know this. She is working with the board and I to find a replacement, so I thank you for that. And Lauri, would you like to share? Well, this is sad news for us. It actually is a really beautiful thing for Lauri and Eric. Would you like to share?
Sure. First, I want to say that I am so grateful to have had the opportunity to step into this position when I did. When I look at the big picture of things, it just feels, with everything shifting and changing and you coming on board, and I feel very honored and on purpose to have been invited in here when I was. So I just want you to know that. And even the bigger picture, Eric and I have had a long-held dream and vision and intention to acquire our own property to homestead on and to create on. And it kind of got put on the back burner. I mean, I'm talking a long time, a long time intention. And a year ago, you know, we had to kind of put things on hold. There were things we needed to take care of. And so then it you know, came up again, and we had a wonderful opportunity to acquire some property it's in the Bend area. It's Lapine, Oregon, just south of Bend by Sun River. And so it's one of those bittersweet things, right? It's leaving community, but it's also stepping into something that we've been intending for a very long time. And it means a lot of work. Eric is really a jack of all trades. He's going to be putting in wells and septic systems and building and renovating, and I'll be learning a lot. And we're creating this together, and so that's the exciting part. And it just happens to be 4 hours from here, so not feasible. But we'll be back to visit and you know, and share with you. So and I will be. I was hoping that the announcement could be made this early, just so that you all know I want to be an active part of this transition and setting things up moving forward. And we've got lots of great ideas, and I have no doubt that, you know, we've got such a strong music ministry here. So anyone who steps into this is already well supported. So I have no doubt it's going to continue to be a very strong music ministry, and I'd like to be part of how that shapes up. So anyway, that's it. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Lauri. Thank you, Eric. Back there on sound for those online, we're showering some love on Eric. Thank you so much. So more to come on that. If you would like some prayer support, our practitioners will be available after the service here in front of the platform. And for those in our virtual community space, you too can have the benefit of prayer. There's a link in the chat. Just click on that. It will take you to a Zoom room. You'll be greeted by one of our volunteer hosts and then put into a private breakout room with the practitioner, and you too can have prayer. For those here in the sanctuary, you can also fill out a prayer request card in the back and drop it in the box. And of course, anyone can fill out a request at any time online at cslportland.org. All the prayer requests are shared with our entire prayer team, and it is our honor to hold you in prayer throughout the week. All right, I invite you to stand as you are able for our call and response benediction. Wiley, are you ready? I think I saw Wiley. All right. Something wonderful is flowing through me right now.
Something wonderful is flowing through me right now.
It is this thing called life.
It is this thing called life.
Life is in my mind.
Life is in my mind.
Life is in my body.
Life is in my body.
And life is in my affairs.
Life is in my affairs.
I think it.
I think it.
I believe it.
I believe it.
I accept it.
I accept it.
I am it.
I am it.
Just the way that I am.
Just the way that I am.
And just the way that I am not.
Just the way that I am not.
And know with me, everyone within the sound of my voice, know that if you ever feel alone, I invite you to close your eyes, go within, and feel that presence that brought you forth and is still with you. You are never alone. You are loved always, and so it is.
Let's stay where we are and sing our closing song, I Release and I Let Go.
Wide.
hope you enjoyed today's podcast. If you happen to be in the Portland, Oregon area, we'd love to have you visit in person. The Portland Center for Spiritual Living is located at 6211 Northeast Martin Luther King Jr. Boulevard. Our inspirational service is at 11 a.m. every Sunday. We also have many programs, classes, and workshops developed just for our online audience. To find out more, go to our website at cslportland.org and look under the online tab. We have a variety of content dedicated specifically for our podcast listeners. Our mission is to open hearts, ignite minds, and make a difference. If you'd like to support our center and its podcast, you can donate online at cslportland.org/donate. Our website is also the place to learn more about what's going on at the center or to contact us. Allow us to become part of your extended spiritual community. Wherever you are in your spiritual journey, you are most welcome at the Center for Spiritual Living.